Welcome to the Tech Mechanics. Let's continue the architecture journey. When people hear the word microservices, they often think it's the best architecture for every application. But here's something surprising. Amazon, Netflix, and Uber didn't start with microservices. They all began as monolithic applications and evolved over time. So why did they change? And more importantly, should you always choose microservices? In this video, we'll answer that question using our shopping app architecture so you can think like a real solution architect. A monolithic application is built as one single deployable unit. All business features, such as users, products, search, cart, orders, payments, and notifications, are part of the same application. They usually share one database and are deployed together. For small applications, this approach is simple and efficient because developers work with a single codebase. As the business grows, the application becomes larger and more complex. A small change in one module may require redeploying the entire application. If the search feature receives heavy traffic, you still have to scale the whole application, even though other modules don't need additional resources. Over time, development becomes slower and releases become riskier. Instead of keeping everything together, architects divide the application into smaller, independent services. Each service owns a single business capability and can be developed, deployed, and scaled independently. This is exactly the shopping app architecture we've been building throughout this playlist. For more information on API gateways, please refer to the previous architecture videos in the playlist. Imagine a festival sale. Millions of users are searching for products, but only a smaller number are making payments. In a monolith, the entire application must scale. In a microservices architecture, architects simply add more instances of the search service while leaving the other services unchanged. This saves infrastructure costs and improves performance. Many people think monoliths are outdated, but that's not true. For startups, internal tools, prototypes, and small business applications, a monolith is often the best choice. It's easier to develop, simpler to deploy, requires fewer operational tools, and allows teams to move quickly. Architects don't choose technologies based on trends, they choose what fits the business. Microservices shine when applications become large and serve millions of users. Different teams can work independently, services can scale separately, failures are isolated, and new features can be deployed without affecting the entire system. That's why companies like Amazon, Netflix, and Uber use this architecture. Architects don't ask, which architecture is better? They ask, which architecture fits the current business? A startup with 5 developers has very different needs than a global e-commerce platform with thousands of engineers. The best architecture is the one that solves today's problems while allowing room for tomorrow's growth. Small companies and internal business applications often use monoliths because they are easier to build and maintain. Companies like Amazon, Netflix, Uber, and Spotify use microservices because their scale, teams, and business complexity demand it. What's important to remember is that these companies evolved into microservices. They didn't start there. Let's recap. Monoliths are simple, fast to build, and ideal for smaller applications. Microservices offer flexibility, independent scaling, and resilience for large enterprise systems. Great architects don't blindly follow trends. They make decisions based on business needs. In our next video, we will explore how these microservices communicate with each other using REST APIs, gRPC, and message queues, and why choosing the right communication method is critical for building scalable systems. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get all the essential videos for your architecture journey.